raindrops falling from the sky. Better get inside before they come. But I feel 1, 2, 3, 4 on my head. Raindrops falling from the sky. Better get inside before they come. But I feel 1, 2, 3.
Good evening, dear students. Now we have grade 9, chapter polynomials, that is your chapter number 2. Today we will discuss exercise 2.5 from NCERT. Question number 1 says, use suitable identity to find the product. And I have written both the identity of the product x plus a into x plus b and a minus b into a plus b. So it will go according to this identity. Simply, if I am solving this part, we can say x square plus a plus b. It means 4 plus 10, that is 14x, and the last part will be 10 into 4, that is equal to 40. Similar to that first one, 3x plus 4, 3x minus 4, similar to this one. Now if we go for this part, a plus b into a minus b, this is equal to a square minus b square, because this is our a, this is our b. What we can write? Y raised power 4 minus 9 upon 4. And this question is again similar to this one, a minus b, a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. Right now we have the two identities of the multiplication, that is x plus a into x plus b is equal to x square plus a plus b x plus a into b, and x square minus and x plus y, this is equal to x square minus y square. We have to use this only. If we split this part, 100 plus 3 and 107 can be written as 100 minus 100 plus 7. Now this is in this term. Similarly, if we go for this part, 100 minus 5 into 100 minus 6. Now you can put these values on that formula. This can be written as 100 plus 4 into 100 minus 4, and this will go according to this a plus b into a minus b. Hence you can solve question number 2 also. It says, factorize the following using appropriate identities, and we know that 4 identities: a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, x plus a into x plus minus b, and x square minus y square. So we have to convert either one of them. So 9x square can be written as 3x whole square plus last term is your y square. So it is a square, it is your b square. This can be written as 2 into a into b. This is your a square plus 2ab plus b square. So we can certainly write them in terms of a plus b whole square, and square means write the same 2 times. Question number 2 is similar. So I am skipping question number 2. Question number 3. Part 3 is x square minus y square upon 100. X square minus y square upon 100. What can I write? A square minus y upon 10 whole square. Now it is your a, it is your b. A square minus b square can be written as a plus b and a minus b. Number 4. Expand each of the following using suitable identity, and the identity which is suitable for this, it is a plus b plus c whole square. What is that? That is equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Now we have to substitute that value. This is your a, this is your b, and this is your c. Very simple. We can write a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc and plus 2ca. It can be written as x square plus 4y square plus 16z square plus 2 2 4, 4xy plus 2 2 ja 4 4 ja 16, 16 yz plus 8zx. Hence all questions are similar. You have to simply put the value of a, b and c. Question number 5 says that factorize the following. In that I have taken part 2 because part 1 is simple, whereas in part 2 we have the application of the roots, and by seeing the question students get afraid that it is a root. It is a very much simple question. In this there is application of minus sign also. So my dear, we will identify first one which one is our minus. Here one term is minus, another term is here. Which term, x, y, and here is x, z, which is common at both the place. Then we can identify that x and x is either common at both the place. So our x term is negative. Now if we go for this part, 2, what 2 is the whole square of root 2 and x. We can write as a square plus b square plus c square. 8 is 2 root 2 z whole square, and we will substitute other parts like this only. Plus 2 into a is your minus root 2, b plus 2bc, c is your 2 root 2 z plus 2ca, 2 into c, c part is your 2 root 2 z into a part is your minus root 2 x. Now these all will be fit for this formula. So we can easily write them in terms of a plus b plus c whole square. That can be written as minus root 2x plus y plus 2 root 2 z whole square. And after squaring, it is repeated for the 2 times. You can leave here also. Now we have question number 6, in which we have to expand, and part 1 is 2x plus 1 whole cube. Till now we have learnt about a plus b whole square, but in this question we have a plus b whole cube. This is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. And if in place of positive it is negative, a minus b whole cube, then the formula is a cube minus b cube 3a square b plus 3ab square. So we have to simply put that value here. If we go for this one, this is a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. This is equal to 8x cube plus 1 plus 4 3 are 12x plus 6x. Finally, we have got the answer for the first part, and all other parts are similar to this one, only you have to use the identity. We have question number 7, which is similar to question number 6. Evaluate 99 cube. Other parts are evaluate 102 cube and 998. So 99 can be written as 100 minus 1. Now it is in form of a minus b whole cube. We can put this value and we can simplify. Similarly, for the, if we go for 102, it can be written as 100 plus 2, and that will come with the a plus b whole cube term. And the last one is 998. If we write second 102, it will go for a plus b, a 100 plus 2 whole cube, and we can substitute from the values here, and it is 998. So we can write down 1000 minus 2 whole cube. It is your a, it is your b, a, b, a, b. And similarly, you will use this application of the identity. You can simplify very simply. Now, question number 8 says factorize each of the following. And here also there is application of these two terms only, these two identities only, a plus b whole cube and a minus b whole cube. If we go for fifth part, it is in fraction, that's why I have taken, and other parts are similar to each other. So if we write 27 can be written as 3p whole cube this can be written as 1 by 6 whole cube minus 3 into a square, 3p whole square into b term is 1 by 6, and last is your 3ab square, 3 into a is 3b into b square, 1 upon 6 whole square. Now my dear, if we simplify this part, 3 3s are 9 and 3 is cancelled 2, 9 upon 2 is here and p square is additive. If we simplify this part, 3 and 3 is here, this will be cancelled with the 3 into 3 upon 1 upon 6 and 6. So finally we will get the answer as 1 by 4. So our arrangements are correct and it is suitable for a minus b whole square. That's why we can write 3p minus 1 upon 6 whole cube. And cube means you have to write the same thing 3 times. And this part is almost similar to all other parts, so you can do very easily. In question number 9, we have to verify x cube plus y cube is equal to x plus y into x square minus xy plus y square. So we can do by different methods. We can switch on to the RHS to LHS also, or we can factorize LHS so that we can get the RHS also. So I am first simplifying with the RHS. If we take RHS, that is equal to x plus y into x square minus xy plus y square. If we multiply it, plus y x square minus xy plus y square, then it can be written as x cube minus x square y plus x y whole square plus x square y minus xy whole square and plus y square. So it is x square y, it is cancelled, it is also cancelled, and y in y, this will be power 3. Now it is x cube plus y cube, which is equal to your LHS. Hence it is verified. Other method, how to factorize x cube and plus y cube to get the LHS. Now if we go for LHS, LHS is given as x cube plus y cube, and if we have to factorize x cube plus y cube and we have to get the RHS, then what we can do? By adding and subtracting x square y, what we get? X cube plus y cube plus, or you can say that here only, if we say x square y minus x square y plus y cube. There is no change because same thing is added and subtracted. What is common in both the terms? X square is common, so here it can be written as x plus y. In these two terms, what is common? Y. So we can write as minus y common, x square plus y square. Now here it is minus. Then if it is a square minus b square, we can simply write as x square x plus y minus y into x plus y into x minus y. Now my dear, in both these two terms, this and this, x plus y is common. So we can write down x plus y as common. Here it is x square, here it is minus y into x minus y. If we further multiply that, we will get x plus y into x square minus xy and minus minus plus y square, which is equal to our RHS. Hence verified. Question number 10 is similar to question number 9 because in that we have to calculate 27y cube and plus 125z cube, and we have right now learned about the x cube plus y cube formula. Now question number 11, factorize the given polynomial, and we know that this identity a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is equal to a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca. We have to apply this here. In place of a, it is 3x whole cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3 into 3x into y into z, and only we have to put the value. Very simple question. 3x plus y plus z into a square. 3x square is equal to 9x square plus y square plus z square minus 3xy minus yz and minus 3zx. Now in question number 12, verify that x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to half into x plus y plus z into x minus y whole square plus y minus z whole square plus z minus x whole square. My dear, this can be simplified in two different ways. If we simplify your RHS, only this is the square and the product, you will certainly get the left hand side. But if we have to read second method, yes, first method is very simple. First method says you just simplify RHS, you can get the RHS. Second method is important, that from left hand side how we will switch on to the right hand side. Right now in the previous question we have learned that there is one formula for this, and given x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz can be written as LHS we are taking, then it is written as x plus y plus z into x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. Now my dear, we can get one idea that we have to get in terms of a square, b square and c square. X minus y square is equal to x square plus y square minus 2xy. Here it is x, here it is y. But to make it 2, we require 2 to be multiplied. So if we multiply 2 with the entire equation, we have to divide also by multiplying and dividing by 2. What we get? Entire equation is divided by 2, then we can write half outside x plus y plus z, and 2 which is multiplied, it is multiplied on this bracket. If we write 2 upon 2 here, this 2 remains constant and 2 will be multiplied to the entire bracket. Now my dear, it is 2x square plus 2y square plus 2z square minus 2xy minus 2yz minus 2zx. Now half x plus y plus z, x square can be split in form of x square minus 2xy plus y square all together. Because we have 2x, we can write down other one afterwards. One more y is here, minus 2yz, and with yz we will write z square, second term. And third term is your z square minus 2zx plus x square, because in the front 1x was there, here 2y, here 2z. Our equation is simplified. Now we can write down half x plus y plus z, x minus y whole square plus y minus z whole square plus z minus x whole square. This is equal to RHS, hence verify. If x plus y plus z is equal to 0, then prove that x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. And these all questions are very important from the examination point of view, especially the verification part. This can be done by two different methods. We know that x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to that one, the last identity. That is one very short method. We can ignore that part. We can, if we go for LHS, you can write down x plus y is equal to minus z. Now cubing both sides, what we get? Because they all are in the terms of cube, then we can write x plus y whole cube is equal to minus z whole cube. This can be written as x cube plus y cube, and there is one more formula, 3xy into x plus y. This is the formula for x plus y whole cube. This is equal to minus z whole cube, and we already know that x plus y is equal to minus z. So we can substitute that value 3xy with minus z. How we have done? Because we have taken as x plus y is equal to minus z, already proved. This is equal to x cube plus y cube minus 3xyz is equal to minus z cube. If we change their sides, finally we will get z cube is equal to 3xyz. Hence proved. Question number 14, we can see that we have to evaluate the value of minus 12 cube plus 7 cube plus 5 cube. And if we keep on multiplying the cube parts and add them, that is a very long process. Right now we learned one of the process, that if x plus y plus z is equal to 0, if x plus y plus z plus equal to 0, we can see that x, y, z, that is equal to minus 12 plus 7 plus 5, that is equal to 0. Then what is the value of their cubes? Sum of their cubes is equal to 3xyz. So we have to show that here x is equal to minus 12, y is equal to 7, and z is equal to 5. So x plus y plus z, this is equal to minus 12 plus 7 plus 5, this is equal to 0. So we can certainly write that x cube plus y cube plus z cube will be equal to 3xyz. So 3 into x is our minus 12, into y is 7, into z is 5. Now my dear, this 12, 5 is 60, 7 and 6, this is equal to 1260. This is our answer, and part 2 is also similar to that. Question number 15. Give possible expression for the length and breadth of each of the following rectangles, in which their areas are given as 25a square minus 35a plus 12. This is the area, and we very well know that the area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. It means we have to express that. Express this into product of two, length and breadth. That will be our required answer. So we have to just factorize this part. If we factorize 25 and 12, we have to factorize 35. It will give 25a square minus 20a minus 15a. If we take common in both, 5a is common. Minus 3 common, 5a minus 4. Again it is 5a minus 4 is common, and 5a is minus 3. So we can see and assume that this is little greater. So this may be the possibility of the length is 5a minus 3 and breadth is 5a minus 4. Similarly, if we go for second part, we have to factorize 35y square plus 13y minus 12, and the question is similar. We have to just simply factorize them into two terms. Now the question number 16, that is our last question, that what are the possible expressions for the dimension of the cuboids whose volume are given below. And if you know that what is the volume of a cuboid, volume of a cuboid is length into breadth into height. It means it is in 3 dimensions. We have to factorize them in terms of 3 and 3x. If we take the common as 3x, what is remain here? X and minus 4. So what are the 3 product? 3 into x minus 4. So what are the possible length? Length 3, breadth x, and height x minus 4. Similarly, if we go for the second part, here you can see that 12, 8 and 20. It means 4 is common as well as k is common. 4 3s are 12, y square 2y and minus 5. Now if it is multiplied 4k, some constant term is there, 3y square, 3 5 are 15, and if we multiply in terms of the same, 3 plus 5 minus 5y plus 3y minus 5, then 4k, and in first two terms nothing is common, we can write y as common, 3y minus 5, here 1 common, 3y minus 5. Now 4k into 3y minus 5 into y plus 1. So what are the length, breadth and height? Length is 4k, breadth is 3y minus 5, and height is your y plus 1. Hence we have completed our chapter polynomials, chapter number 2.